Valley of Fire is a place that is best experienced during a bright, sunny day. The way the light plays off of the rocks and changes their color is really amazing. And after visiting here earlier this year with some less than ideal weather, I set out on this adventure to enjoy this place with blue skies and plenty of sun. I also hoped to capture a photo that had eluded me on my last visit here. My friends Vic and James joined me on this trip for a few nights of camping, hiking, and a couple surprises along the way. Stay tuned. Just arrived in Barstow, 21% battery, stats for the first leg of the trip, time to get charging. Well, the Rivian chargers are no longer free. I got an email about this a week or two ago. I didn't know how quickly they were going to turn this on, but yeah, not free anymore, at least here. Towards the end of this video, I'll show you how much I spent total on charging, as well as a breakdown of how much each charging stop cost. If you're like me and you've ever wondered what these glowing towers are just outside Las Vegas, it's part of a solar thermal power plant that uses hundreds of mirrors to concentrate sunlight to each of those three towers. They store molten salt, and that can be used for electricity. Sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie. All right, at the Vegas charger, you're at 23%. There are the stats for Barstow to Vegas, so last leg of the trip. And I had James reset his trip computer too, so we're gonna go check in on him and see what his efficiency was in the R1S. All right, we are back at the trucks, just about finished charging. We just went and got some groceries over at Whole Foods, which is the closest grocery store to here. Is walking distance. So that was good. Worked out really well not to go out and get groceries last night before I left, just because it's a good way to kill time while the truck is charging. We are gonna eat, and then we're gonna get moving to Valley of Fire. We're gonna camp just outside of Valley of Fire State Park, because to camp inside the park, you have to have a reservation at the campground, and you gotta book that like months in advance. So there's some good open BLM land just outside Valley of Fire. We're gonna post up there tonight. And then the plan is for tomorrow morning to get up pretty early, get into the park as quickly as we can. And there is a picture that I wanted to get last time we were here that we just didn't do. We were kind of pressed for time, and the weather was really crappy last time we were here. It was rainy, it was cold. It's supposed to be really sunny and nice tomorrow. So I'm hoping on this trip I can capture it. So gonna eat something real quick here and get moving. All right, truck's leveling. Vic, your tent's open.
It's open.
So about 2 minutes ago, we were searching frantically for Vic's iKamper key.
Yeah.
Mine has one as well. It's this little thing. He didn't bring his with him.
You're supposed to?
Or they got lost.
I didn't know that was a necessity.
So there was a hot second here where we thought that Vic was gonna have no tent to sleep in, but James somehow got it open.
Thank you, MacGyver.
No problem.
MacGyver at it again. Vic's tent is open. All is well in the world. We can relax. So aside from the obvious use of Maxtrax to get your vehicle unstuck, they can also be used to level out your truck. And since Vic doesn't have the cool auto leveling feature in his Toyota, I decided to be a nice friend and let him use my Maxtrax to get his truck leveled out. Well, it is almost dark out and it's not even 5 o'clock yet. But we're set up here, just got a fire going, and it's starting to cool off pretty quickly. I think we're gonna get some dinner going in a minute, and I'm guessing we're probably gonna end up going to bed pretty early because, like I said, it's only 5 o'clock and it's basically dark out right now. But that's good because we got an early start in the morning. We got up with sunrise and packed up camp pretty quickly. We were hoping to get into the park before the crowds got there and be able to capture a photo I've been wanting to take since the first time I visited Valley of Fire. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm very nervous about getting the shots. I feel like it's gonna take a miracle of people not being on the road. Perfect timing. I'm hopeful, but I'm not gonna get my hopes up.
I feel like these Teslas are going where we're going, right? So there's a lot of people probably gonna head there.
Yeah, the good news is the road is like halfway into the park, so there's a lot of stuff to see before that offshoot. So I would hope most people going into the park you know, they're gonna stop pretty quickly and check stuff out because it gets beautiful really fast.
Right.
And then we'll just slide on by all the distracted people at the beginning of the park and have the road to ourselves. At least that's what I hope for.
Let's cross our fingers.
So Vic, you'll park here and I'll have you drive my Rivian. And then James can drive his R1S, obviously. All right, I'm all set up. So once this guy clears, he's moving fairly quick. So are you guys in the road?
Coming over that hill.
Okay, great. You can keep moving. He's moving fairly quick, so yeah, just go for it. Just go for it. James, a little more. Vic, you're good. Stop. Right there. Stop. Beautiful, dudes. It looks so cool.
But that lighting is awesome.
Got it.
Do it like this, and then I'm gonna do it loose.
It doesn't hurt too much to touch, so you can. Oh man.
You don't want to get like too tight. It's like tying your shoes too tight.
Yeah. Then you start to lose circulation.
Yeah.
That feels nice and snug. Yeah, we had it inside out.
Yeah. Way to go, geniuses. We're back in action.
Maybe. My ankle was definitely sprained, but we had parked at the trailhead for a short hike, and I wanted to at least give it a shot to see if I could walk on it for the rest of the day. Okay, we just finished up the Rainbow Vista hike. It was just over a mile, but really beautiful. The ankle's feeling a little rough right now, but I'm here and I'm not trying to sit in my car all day, so I'm gonna power through it, take some ibuprofen. I've got a wrap around it right now, so yeah, we just finished up this hike. We're gonna head to a little different part of the park now, trying to get as much in as we can during the daylight and just enjoy our time here in the park. We finished up the Firewave and Seven Wonders Loop trail, and it was just under 2 miles, but there was so much cool stuff to see along the way. By the time we got back to the trucks, my ankle was definitely ready for a break, and we were all getting pretty hungry. So we decided to head over to the area where the campgrounds were and ended up at Atlatl Rock. There was a great area with some picnic tables and a little bit of shade from the sun, as well as quite a few of these white-tailed antelope squirrels that were really interested in trying to get our food. All right, we're leaving Valley of Fire State Park. It's been an awesome day. Really happy that we got to the park early because there's a line right now to get in, and it's only open for another 2 hours, which is crazy. So a bunch of people waiting to get in the park, sitting in their cars, and we're on our way out. So that's pretty cool. Really happy with the photos from this morning. That's a picture I've been wanting to get for a long time, ever since we came here the first time. So I'm so stoked to have captured that, and also to get out on a few hikes. Even though my ankle may be screaming at me later today, it was worth it. So we are headed out to BLM land again for tonight. Gonna find somewhere cool to camp and just enjoy the evening, have some good food, have a fire, and really just relax and enjoy the second night. So we were ready to hop back on the trail and explore some BLM land, try to find a campsite, and then we remembered we're almost out of firewood, so we had to take a little detour. We're at this gas station just by the highway. It's getting a little later, so we're gonna be racing sunset a bit to try to find a cool campsite. We got like an hour and a half here, so we'll see how it goes. We're grabbing a little firewood. We're gonna get back on the trail, and yeah, I can just show you. So we're up here by the highway at this gas station. Last night we camped at this little yellow dot here in BLM land. This whole area is BLM land. So the red one you see here is from the previous Valley of Fire trip that I did back in January, and that was a really cool spot to set up camp, but it's a bit of a drive. So we're gonna blast down this road. Whoops. We're gonna blast down this road here. Where it goes blue, it turns into kind of a washboardy dirt road, and then the cool stuff starts down here. So we're gonna try to get into that area before the sun sets. We will see how it goes. All right, we just beat the sunset. Still light out. We just found a really, really cool spot. Vic's excited about it. There's a cool landmark behind us, actually. It's owl. Yeah, it's an owl. Kind of graffitied on this old dam behind us. And yeah, we're just in this rocky valley. It's really beautiful. So stoked that we found a spot. Gonna get the tent set up and start a fire.
After a day full of activity, it was really nice to slow down a little bit, enjoy some good food, and relax by a fire. The spot we set up camp here was right in the heart of Buffington Pockets off the Bitter Spring Trail, and there are so many areas to walk around, hike, and explore here. Obviously, I wasn't going to be able to do that on this trip, but I definitely see this as a spot that I'll be coming back to soon in the near future.
Okay, we just aired up. We're back at that gas station right by the highway, and I'm just gonna plug in the Rivian charger in Las Vegas network. Rivian. Zoom out. There it is. All right, not too far. Let's go. Back in Vegas at the charging station, 32% battery. Let's get the trip stats pulled up. I'm gonna hop over to James R1S and get his trip stats for this segment. We both reset when we charged here 2 days ago, so it'll be interesting to see what the numbers are on his R1S.
While it was interesting to compare numbers, our trucks are set up slightly different, and James also sleeps in his R1S, which likely contributed to slightly more battery drain than my R1T.
Okay, just got home. 45% battery. There are the overall stats for this whole trip and the stats for the last segment, Barstow to home. And in the drive modes, there's our total elevation, highest and lowest for this trip. Time to unpack.
What's up, everyone? I wanted to take a second to introduce you to a new space. It's not really a new space to me. This has always been my office, but I've never had it set up for recording and filming. And now I've got it to a spot where I think it looks pretty decent and I can do some filming in here, which I'm really excited about. I still will be focusing 90% or more of my videos on outdoor adventures, but this just gives me a place to film some behind the scenes and extra content. So speaking of that, let's get into the charging costs for this last trip. These are all 4 of the receipts from the Rivian charging stations that I stopped at, and I ended up spending a total of $108.24 on charging. So this is definitely less than you would have spent driving close to 700 miles with a gas-powered vehicle. Obviously, it's more than when the Rivian charging was free, but I'll definitely be keeping track of the charging costs and sharing that with you on all my future videos. Also, next week, I'll be releasing a video on a pretty cool new product that I just installed in my R1T. It's a gear tunnel slide from Range Industries, and it adds some pretty awesome functionality to your gear tunnel, lets you access stuff a little bit easier, but it also provides a really cool base to build out some custom setups in your gear tunnel. I'll let you take a second to think about what that could be, but I'll be sharing the full install and some of my plans for that gear tunnel slide in next week's video, so stay tuned for that. As always, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you out on the next adventure.
It's almost dark out, and it's... Damn it, Vic! Dork! I'm filming! Rainbow Vista Trail. This guy's creeping me out. Oh, what's up? Fancy meeting you here, dude.
Could have been here all whole day. Where you guys been?
I was, just trying to find our way.
You guys come here often?
Sometimes.